What's up, DIYers? Today we're going to be setting up a mini pond. Best part about mini ponds is they're cheap and super easy to set up. We want to place the mini pond here where all these plants are, but we have to move the plants. That's what we're doing over there in the left corner. We were extending the garden box to then move these plants out of the way for the pond. This was a simple process, but we only had a tiny garden shovel, so it made it a little bit more time consuming. Once I got enough of the plants moved, I was able to set the little pool in place. Then we started filling it up so we could get it level and in the right position. Of course, I added some water conditioner because we are adding fish. I have a little pond like this as well in my backyard. It's the same type of pool, just a little bit bigger. These are super fun to make and they're so affordable. This one we're actually setting up for my future father-in-law, so it's going to be super cool. As for filtration, we're going with a canister filter that has a UV sterilizer. This is just going to help keep the water clear and kill all the free-floating algae. Getting the filter set up and also trying to see where our water feature is going to be, somewhere right in the middle most likely. I spent a long time trying to set up this filter before I realized that it was gravity fed, so I dug a hole to put the filter lower than the water level, and it still wasn't really working for me, so I decided to go even deeper with the hole. And then we just decided to put a pump on the inlet side of the canister filter, and then that got the water flowing. As long as the pump isn't too strong for your canister filter and isn't going to over pressurize it, this is okay to do. So now that we got that figured out, I can start building the little waterfall feature. We're working with scraps here, so we got a bunch of rock that we put around the edges, and now we're really just working with a couple pieces of flagstone. I'm sure he's going to get more in the future, and this thing is going to change and evolve over time, but for right now we're working with what we got. And the fact that we didn't have to buy any of the rocks for the outside or any of the flagstone is pretty cool. Plus the pump we connected to the canister filter he also had lying around, so we didn't have to pay for that either. So this is what we got for the waterfall so far. Nothing crazy, only a few pieces of flagstone like I said, but honestly it looks cool and it sounds really good. Also got a ton of fish caves in there just in case there's predators, birds, anything like that. The fish can hide super easily. So it already looks super good right now. Obviously we're not finished. I also got some fish right here, a couple mosquito fish and a goldfish from my pond that we're going to be putting in here. I'm sure he's going to add plants and stuff later on, so we'll see what it looks like. So I drip acclimated these guys and now I'm putting them in the pond. Can't even see the mosquito fish at night. They're like freaking super dark and gray. We got the first fish in the pond. I think tomorrow we're gonna go grab some more, possibly a koi, so that's gonna be fun. Last thing we did that night was add another pump as like a little water fountain feature. This is gonna help aerate the water and it looks and sounds super cool. All right, we got some fish. Check out that super nice butterfly koi. His black fins are super dope. We also got some feeder goldfish because they're super cheap and they grow really quickly. Now we're gonna acclimate these guys real quick because it is still technically winter, and I'm sure most of you know this, but never pour the bag water into your pond or your tank. It's just gonna add all that fish poop from the bag and all the ammonia, and it's just not a good thing to do. So just pour them out of the bag into a net like I'm doing here, and then net the fish into the water. Super simple and way safer. Now watch these little guys go into their new home. Super cool. We got 12 of the feeders and then one koi. So far this thing turned out so cool. It fits perfectly in this little spot. Check it out. This pond turned out so cool so far. I'm sure he's going to add more plants and fish, and it's really just going to grow into its own ecosystem. It's always fun to build a pond, but this one was super cool because my fiance and her dad helped me with it, and it'll be cool to see how this thing changes over time. I'll definitely keep you guys updated. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more fish content, pond builds, and all the fun things in between.